in a little bit of a new arrangement. So we're looking forward to having a new sound come out of the next hour. And everybody, welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You guys are very quiet over there.
Well, until I bang the guitar into the mic, yes.
Well, you've been here before, and we like to just jump in and have you share some music. So whatever you'd like to play, we'd love to hear.
You want to announce it? Or we're just going to jump in?
We'll just jump in.
Okay.
I just got instructions. Well, it's fare thee well, my true love. The song is in the air. I hear the west calling. See what's for me there. With the sun I'm leaving. I'll be Montana bound. Ain't no use in grieving. I'll show you what I've found. I'll show you what I've found. Some folks have it easy. At least that's how it seems. Reach up and pick an apple. Reach up and find a dream. Some travel in the darkness, rest upon the shade. Some wrestle with their demons, face them unafraid. Face them unafraid. We argue for our better selves. We only ask for more. We take the mirror from the shelf and find the open door. And I love you with a fever. I love you with a past. My heart is a keeper as long as it will last. As long as it will last. I'll tell you what I know. We walk this road together, and we walk this road alone. Yeah, we argue for our better selves. We only ask for more. We take the mirror from the shelf and find the open door.
That was beautiful.
Awesome.
That's it? You guys are done?
Not bad, Bill.
Thank you. I remember
Grace,
stuff.
awesome harmony on that.
Thank you,
And
Kurt.
Bill, did you write that?
That's Daryl Scott. I wish I had written that one.
That
Daryl
was
Scott, The Open Door.
That was a fine song.
Yeah, they kind of own that one.
Yeah. Did sound
Can we get royalties now?
I hope so. I'm totally in favor of it.
No offense to Daryl Scott.
No offense to Daryl Scott.
You can share with him if you want to.
He'll probably be good about sharing.
So, Grace, you and Bill have been playing together for a while now?
What, like almost 20 years?
Yeah,
A little bit.
Shazam.
yeah.
It shows. I mean, you blend your voices well. But
Not take that as a...
but you swooped in a bass player,
Yeah.
and you
Yeah.
picked a good one. And how I know that Jody is a good one, he ain't got no frets on his bass.
You don't need no stinking frets.
No, man.
He's got ears.
Try to be fretless.
Yeah.
Don't fret over
Don't
that.
fret, man.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
Somebody was
Put
going to
on.
have to say it.
Well, we want to get as much music in as we can. We'll drill down on your collective and individual music histories here in a minute. But how about another song?
How about a song by Hank Williams, Bill?
That's a grand idea.
Okay, okay.
That's
That's
a grand
always
idea.
a good idea.
And I have a note right at the top here that says, remind Bill to sing it straight. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens.
Now I kind of want to hear the other way.
The crooked singing.
Well, if the wife and I are fussing, brother, that's alright. 'Cause me and that sweet woman got a license to fight. Why don't you mind your own business?
Mind your own business.
Mind your own business. If you mind your own business, you won't be minding mine. Oh, the woman on our party line's the nosiest thing. She picks up her receiver when she knows it's my ring. Why don't you mind your own business?
Mind your own business.
Mind your own business. If you mind your own business, you won't be minding mine. Now, this is a group participation song, so if any of you on the other side of the microphone want to sing in that chorus spot, just go ahead. Bill Whitmore. I got a little gal, wears her hair up high. The boys all whistle when she walks by. Why don't you mind your own business?
Mind your own business.
Mind your own business. If you mind your own business, you won't be minding mine. And if I want a honky-tonk around to 2 or 3, well, brother, that's my headache. Don't you worry about me. Just mind your own business.
Mind your own business.
Mind your own business. If you mind your own business, then you won't be minding mine. I may tell a lot of stories that may not be true, but I can get to heaven just as easy as you, Bill. Mind your own business. Mind your own business. Mind your own business. If you mind your own business, you won't be minding mine. Minding other people's business seems to be high-toned. I got all I can do, just minding my own. Just mind your own business.
Mind your own business.
Mind your own business. If you mind your own business, then you won't be minding mine. And if you mind your own business, you'll stay busy all the time. You just couldn't resist.
I couldn't resist.
All right.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Grace Camlos, minding her own business.
That's right.
You know, we always, before we go live, we do an instrument check. We make sure we know everything that's going on, and then all of a sudden, somebody whoops out a kazoo they didn't tell us about.
That's the way to get banned from the station
Right?
there. Grace, so did you grow up listening to stuff like Hank Williams, or tell us about the music when you were a youngster?
Oh, let's see. I grew up the daughter of an organist and choir director,
Okay.
church choir director, and so I was singing from, this tall.
It wasn't Hank Williams, though, probably at
It
that
wasn't
point.
Hank Williams. I think my first performance was Away in a Manger.
Oh, well, that's a good one.
I wonder if Hank ever did a version of that.
That'd be
not.
interesting.
Willie Nelson probably has.
You do that song a lot.
Yep.
But I had a life-changing epiphany moment when Oh Brother, Where Art Thou came out.
Oh, amen.
Yeah. So I was like in the movie theater thinking, that is what I want to do. Okay. Now the light has been revealed. So.
And guitar was your first instrument?
Flute was actually, piano was sort of marginally
Yeah.
my first instrument.
Everybody sort of starts with the piano.
Yeah.
And then you said flute?
Flute in middle school, high school, and then guitar also in high school.
And you still have your flute?
I do.
All right. Well,
Somewhere.
next time you bring that flute, we'll hear a little bit of that.
That's a good idea.
So are you a flutist or a flautist?
A flautist.
Okay.
Play
Because
some
we've
Jethro.
had
Play some
both in the
Jethro
studio,
Tull.
and it's hard
Okay.
to tell. Oh, and by the way, Gabriella says hi.
Hi, Gabby.
Oh, that's cool.
Does that depend on like the color of the flute or how snooty you are?
I think
or
it's how
exactly
snooty you
what?
are.
It's a snootiness thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought it sounded like it.
Though when I was in high school and told someone, I want to be a professional flautist when I grew up, they were like, "You want to be a stripper?" Okay.
Got to make a living. Bill, save
Play
us.
something else.
Yeah.
Save us.
Save us. Okay, well, then let's do a song by Watch House.
We love them folks too. Oh, the banjo's showing up. Well, we knew about this instrument.
Oh, all right. Gonna do some. Yeah, that's right. There it is. I was down at Akihana a couple weeks ago and saw the leader of
Those folks. Yeah.
mandolin orange guy, and it brought to mind that their song "Wildfire" is just a beautiful song. So we're going to try that for you. Brave men fall with a battle cry. Tears fill the eyes of the loved ones and their brothers in arms. And so it went for Joseph Warren. It should have been different. It could have been easy. His rank could have saved him. But a country unborn needs bravery, and it spread like wildfire. From the ashes grew sweet liberty, like the seeds of the pines when the forest burns and they open up and they grow and they burn again. Should have been different, it could have been easy, but too much money rolled in to end slavery. The cry for war spread like wildfire. Civil War went, brothers fought brothers, and the South was spent. But its true demise was hatred passed down through the years. It should have been different, it could have been easy, but pride has a way of holding too firm to history, and it burns like wildfire. Southern sun, a small southern town where the rebels run wild and they beat their chest and they swear they're gonna rise again. It should have been different, it could have been easy. The Dale Warren died, hate should have gone with it, but here we are, we're caught in the wildfire.
Very nice. Andrew Marlin's song, I think you said, Bill?
Yes, indeed.
Awesome.
Thank you for saving me.
I never can remember anybody's name either. It's, hey, you. Hey, sweetie. Hey, dude.
Yeah. How
Shug.
you doing?
Yeah,
Shug.
works for everybody.
What's even worse is when somebody goes,
I'm
"Hey,
5.
great to see you. It's been a long time,"
Yeah.
and you have no idea who you're
You're
talking
looking
to.
good.
But you need to like, be
Good to see you
creative.
too.
So, Bill, we talked about Grace's musical history a little bit. How about yours? What kind of music you listened to as a youngster?
I didn't.
Really? You were raised by wolves.
I was raised by wolves. That sounds like Reagan Cole right there. Hope you know Reagan. Anyway, no, I didn't get into music at all until after high school. I was into golf and football and girls and
All that typical high school stuff.
yeah, and it just never occurred to me. And in fact, one of the big knocks on me at the gates, the pearly gates, is that a girlfriend I had on junior year in high school was this folk singer and introduced me to music. And I was, yeah, okay. So and then she invited me to a concert that I passed on, the Beatles at the Hollywood Bowl.
Oops.
Wow.
Well, you might not have been in a place to properly enjoy it.
I was not. So yeah, it just didn't work for me. So I didn't listen to music. But about 25 years ago, a little bit in college, I did spend some time listening to Jethro Tull and James Taylor and stuff like that. Cat Stevens. Those were my early influences. I would say Peter, Paul, and Mary. And then 25 years ago or so, I joined the jam group, the Triangle Jam Group, or whatever it was called. Reagan Cole was our mentor and host, and he was very, very encouraging to me and just kind of got me out of the musical closet.
You were already playing guitar at the time?
Yes. I bought a guitar in 1967 and learned very little on it and plateaued for a really long time until about 25 years ago.
Well, you're a nice player now, and that guitar, the headstock looks like Martin, but that is not a Martin. What kind of guitar is that?
That is a local guitar, the pre-war
Oh,
guitar
pre-war.
company.
Yeah, that's
One of
why.
Wes's.
Whoa.
Yeah, they were very, very kind to me in building this. This is, I think Danny Gotham's got one of the 20. He's got an H21 as well, and he plays a lot better than I do. But
Danny plays a lot better than most of us do.
yeah, exactly. Anyway, it's that was my introduction to music, and I still think of Reagan. In fact, I think we're going to listen to a little Reagan Cole a little bit later in the show.
Excellent. Well, what do you have for us now then?
Well, we have Nancy Griffith and Danny Flowers and James Hooker wrote the song that Willie Nelson and Emmylou Harris really knocked out of the park, I think. And we're going to try to do Gulf Coast Highway.
I think we're going to succeed.
We're going to succeed. That
I like that
confidence.
optimism.
Gulf Coast Highway, you worked the rails, worked the rice fields with their cool dark wells, worked the oil rigs in the Gulf of Mexico. The only thing we've ever owned is this old house here by the road. And when he dies, says he'll catch some blackbird's wing. He will fly away to heaven come some sweet blue bonnet spring.
She walked through springtime when I was home. The days were sweet, the nights were warm. The seasons change, the jobs would come, the flowers fed, and this old house felt so long when the work took me away. And when she dies, she says she'll catch some blackbird's wings, and she will fly away to heaven come some sweet blue bonnet spring.
Highway 90, the jobs are gone now. We tend our garden and we set the sun. This is the only place on earth blue bonnets grow, and once a year they come and go. This old house here by the road. And when we die, we say we'll catch some blackbird's wing, and we will fly away to heaven come some sweet blue bonnet spring. Yes, when we die, we say we'll catch some blackbird's wing, and we will fly away together come some sweet blue bonnet spring.
Hey,
You did it proud. Just very nice.
that was good stuff.
Grace, so this you're such a natural harmonist. Is that like from your church upbringing, or where did that come from?
Yeah, years of church choir and school choir.
You just seem to slip into those matching harmonies just beautifully. Really nice.
Thank you.
Well, Jody, it's your turn to wow us with your musical history. How about you? Were you raised by wolves also?
He is a bass
Well,
player.
Churches?
You could say that because I grew up in Durham. So
Durham back then, and I came to go to school at some university called Duke over there in 1968. And Durham back then was a real different place.
very much so. Yeah, I was just a kid back in '68, and my first performance was in elementary school. We played a Beatles song in front of the class, and
All right.
I was playing drums at the time, so. But
You remember the streets of Durham used to smell like tobacco
oh yeah,
because they're making the cigarettes there.
The whole
just like,
city did.
Just like the streets of Hershey, Pennsylvania smell like chocolate, which they do. And so drums then, and when did you pick up bass?
well, bass is an instrument like most bass players. We play the bass because it's needed. I started out really on harmonica, then went to guitar, and then I was playing with a band. And I played in one of the first punk bands in Chapel Hill back in the late '70s, and they needed a bass player, so I started playing the bass. I've been playing the bass ever since.
So you played in the cave and places like that?
Oh yeah, I mean, we played mostly though up at a little bar called Bullwinkle's, which is now called the Spotted Dog. It's a restaurant, but back then it was Bullwinkle's, and it was pretty much anything goes in that place, and so they let us play. And
Wasn't Bullwinkle's the one that was down in the basement?
now Bullwinkle's, you know, how in Carborough where the road splits.
Oh, right. I was thinking Trolls rather than
Trolls,
Bullwinkle's.
yeah, Trolls was there. But I've been in and around Chapel Hill for years. I moved away for a while, and then he came back, and I've been back ever since.
And so what kind of music do you listen to right now that you really like?
You know, I listen to all kinds of music, mostly classical. I spend a lot of time listening to classical, but I love all the great songwriters. I mean, I like to write songs. I write songs and sing songs and play with whoever calls me. And these dear folks called me up at the last minute and said, would you play some bass? I said, are you kidding? Of course.
So, yeah, how did that happen? How did you guys were just sitting around and thought, we need a bass player? Or was this a last-minute thought, or you've been thinking it for a while? And why in the world would you pick Jody?
Well, I told him, I said, look, Bill, if you ever need a bass player, call me.
Good
That's
call.
true. You said
Right.
that about 6 months ago, 7 months ago.
I've been
something
saying
like
it
that.
ever since I met Bill
And then-
because I
and
love
then-
his voice.
And then we were fiddling around, and I think I mentioned to Grace, how about a bass player? And she went, okay, as long as he listens to me. And
That's a
that's
good call.
working out great.
I'm still working on that part. But Grace has been very patient with me, though.
Well, you got a good sound going, that's for sure. I
Yeah,
wanna
huh? The bass definitely adds something to the mix.
Yeah.
enjoying this time tremendously, and we have time before the top of the hour when we have to do a little bit of business to have one more song from you, if you'd be so kind.
We'd love to do that. David Frizzell and Shelley West. There's a full moon over Tulsa. I hope that it's shining on you. Nights are getting cold here in Cherokee County. There's a blue north passing through. I remember green eyes and a rancher's daughter. Remember is all that I do. Losing you left a pretty good cowboy with nothing to hold on to. Sundown came and I drove to town to drink a drink or two. You're the reason God made Oklahoma. You're the reason God made Oklahoma. I'm sure missing you. I'm sure missing you.
Hear the city lights outshine the moon. I was just now thinking of you. Sometimes when the wind blows, you can see mountains all the way to Malibu. Everyone's a star here in LA County. You ought to see the things that they do. All the cowboys down on the strip wish that they could be just like you. Santa Monica Freeway sure makes a country girl blue. God made Oklahoma. You're the reason God made Oklahoma. I'm sure missing you.
I worked 10 hours on a John Deere tractor, just thinking of you all day.
I got a calico cat and a 2-room flat on the street in West LA. You're the reason God made Oklahoma. You're the reason God made Oklahoma, and I'm sure missing you. I'm sure missing you.
Dadgum, that's good.
Dadgum.
Dadgum, that's the first dadgum we've ever gotten. I feel honored.
Well, y'all, we have made it pretty close to the top of the hour, and we should say
WHUP LP Hillsboro.
we're a good team.
I know what that finger means. That's our call sign. We are encumbered by the Supreme Court of the United States of America, that we need to say that at 7 o'clock or thereabouts.
Close-ish, 7 o'clock-ish.
Otherwise, all hell will break loose.
And we are just approaching our second hour of the show, and we do have a sponsor for the second hour of the show, and support for the second hour of Pass the Hat is sweetly provided by, hey, Grace, you see that sweetness in front of you? Could you be Vanna White for us and kind of... Support for the second hour of Pass the Hat is sweetly provided by Matthews Chocolates, 104 North Churton Street, Hillsboro, North Carolina, the finest in chocolate and chocolate accessories for all of your chocolate needs, and let's face it, we all have chocolate needs. This fantastic Halloween-themed 1-pound chocolate bar is a gift from Matthew to our guest. Matt provides a chocolate gift to every guest on Pass the Hat, and if you want a bar like this, the only way to get it is to be a guest on Pass the Hat. So if you like chocolate and you play music, get in touch with us on our Facebook page, via email, on Instagram. All of it is at WHUP Pass the Hat, at WHUP Pass the Hat. We're right here waiting for you, and we may be able to help you with your chocolate needs.
Speaking of at Whoop Ass the Hat, all of our shows here in the studio are recorded in two ways. One is by the WHUPFM.org technical staff, and all the audio from our shows from the last 8 years is out there on that website. And in addition to that, for the last 3 years, I guess, or more, Bob, you've been doing videos, so tell people about where to find those.
That's right. We've been live streaming since the pandemic made us have to live stream. And those live streams aren't just live, but we also record them and stash them out wherever we can. And where we can is Facebook and YouTube. They keep the live streams forever. We also live stream to Twitch. Twitch keeps them for 2 weeks. And all of those you can find at We'll Pass the Hat at WHUP Pass the Hat.
I think now it's an archive of a significant number of the top performers and songwriters, especially in North Carolina, and I don't know, but we must be near the top of such libraries of great creative music.
Yeah, if someone could just edit it down to get rid of our voices, it would be a fantastic archive.
I
There-
disagree with that.
there is
I disagree with that. You make it work, guys.
There's video editing software out there that can be had, I think.
Yes, there is. It's a matter of bandwidth, I think. Bandwidth, like we need an intern. If you're a video editor and want to intern for slave wages, which means nothing, we will hire you. By the way, Grace, that chocolate from Matthews, was there a label on the back saying what it was made out of?
Let's see. I think it's made out of chocolate.
Ooh,
But
that's what
that was a
she has
smart-ass
powers
response.
of deduction.
Let's see. Fall spiced caramel pecan turtle bar. Yum.
That sounds
is what this says.
okay.
Chances of her sharing that are slim.
So not just chocolate.
And you might not be able to see it on the live stream, but it is decorated with spider webs and skulls. And if you go out to our Instagram or Facebook page, you can see a close-up of the bar because it is pretty awesome.
It is.
One of the cool things about Matthew, Bob, is he does different types of product depending on the time of the year. So, have you been over there recently? Are there any sorbet, gelato, any stuff like that?
He's been really focusing on chocolate. He has piles of marshmallows. He's got the regular bourbon vanilla marshmallows. He's got salted caramel marshmallows, and both of those you can get enrobed in chocolate.
Whoa.
And lots of truffles and just, I don't know what, all kinds of good stuff. It's overwhelming.
Bill, the regular bourbon vanilla marshmallows, that's just regular.
Right.
I thought they were like made out of air, but apparently there's something else in there that Matthew does with his magic. So very cool. Well, we are here in the second half an hour of our very, very wonderful show here with Bill Whitmore, Grace Camblas, and Jody McCall. And we want to now move on to some more music. Whatever you'd like to play, we'd be so excited. Oh,
Before we move on to the music, I want to say that regarding chocolate needs, my body doesn't make chocolate naturally, so I have to take supplements. And so
It's
really
medicinal
appreciated.
purposes, really.
Yeah.
I think the USDA has, or whoever those people have recommended daily dosage requirements for you
Yeah.
to keep your
At
mood
least 2 ounces.
up.
Yeah.
It helps your mood.
I got a prescription for it from my doctor. So Medicare is taking care of that for me, which
For
is
those
nice.
natural mellowing agents that are in chocolate. Yeah, we all need them.
Yes.
Okay, now we can play.
Okay, let's play since we're here.
What you got?
Your cheating heart will make you weep, but will cry and cry and try to sleep, but sleep won't come the whole night through. Your cheating heart will tell on you when tears come down.
Grace beautiful.
Yes, the music is fantastic here tonight.
Lucky.
Grace and Bill and Jody here live in the studio. And by the way, Michael Paris sends his love and says it's super great to hear you guys, which
Hey,
makes it
Michael.
sound like maybe he hasn't been hearing you guys enough. So where can folks go to hear you guys play?
I think they have to go to Bill's house.
And what's that address, Bill?
Yeah, we are probably maybe the worst self-promoters
We're really bad.
ever in the history of Orange County music. I think when people say, come play with us, we'll be glad to do it, but we just don't seek it out, and we're just lazy.
I think that's really the crux of it. So, yeah, sorry, guys.
Well, Michael Paris is a fine songwriter in his own right. So, hey,
Yeah, he
Michael,
is.
good to hear from you.
Hey, Michael, just everywhere you go, just reach out to these three and just drag them along with you, make them play.
Now we're talking.
Yeah.
Now we're
That
talking.
could work.
Networking.
Yeah.
You want to play another song?
Let's play another song since we're here.
Wait, what?
Why not?
I thought we were going to have a moment of silence.
We did. It
Okay, fine.
was a pregnant pause, I think it was. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
there was
where
another
you,
one.
it's where you get puppies from.
Pregnant pause.
Yeah.
That's terrible. Let's play a song before he makes another joke.
Yeah, please jump on it.
Kirk knows something about puppies. He's got award-winning puppies.
They're good kids.
This is another great song from Grace. Well, I never felt more like singing the blues. I never thought that I'd ever lose your love, dear. Why'd you do me that way? Well, I never felt more like crying all night. 'Cause everything's wrong and nothing ain't right without you. You got me singing the blues. The moon and the stars no longer shine. The dream is gone, I thought was mine. There's nothing left for me to do but cry over you. Well, I never felt more like running away. Why should I go? 'Cause I couldn't stay without you. You got me singing the blues. The moon and the stars no longer shine. The dream is gone, I thought was mine. There's nothing left for me to do but cry over you. Well, I never felt more like running away. Why should I go? 'Cause I couldn't stay without you. You got me singing the blues.
We almost broke into some yodeling there, which we don't have a license for. So luckily, it turned into crying.
Just shy.
We've never had yodeling and crying at the same time. Boy, that was kind of scary.
So y'all, wait,
Well, that's right. There you
we're
go.
coming up on Halloween. It seems appropriate.
Grace, we talked about
Bob on the radio.
we talked about Bill's guitar, Grace, but how about yours? What do you got there?
This is a Norman.
Norman.
It's from Canada. And it was
Hey?
yeah. This is the guitar that my mom bought me when I turned 17. She bought it for me for Christmas that year, and it's a really nice little guitar. So,
And it almost looks like a cedar top. Do you know if that's true?
I couldn't tell you.
It's like cedar.
Yeah.
It does look
Well,
like
it
He
sounds,
says it's yeah.
sounds great. Well, and great memory. So your mother was promoting you wanting to
yeah.
sing and play. And
Yeah.
Good job,
Awesome.
Mom.
Yeah.
I was going to say something. I forgot what it was. Now we're talking about cedar guitars, and I'm thinking about going back into the shop and building something. Oh,
more Maduros.
exactly. So you guys play some fantastic covers, and you make them your own. how do you choose which songs you're going to play?
We arm wrestle. Yeah. And she's very strong.
I do not doubt it.
But she is very
I use the force.
She's wiry.
Yeah. How do we choose our songs?
I think it's just, they just bubble up to whatever you're singing in the car and driving down the road, and you're
Yeah.
like, I should learn how to play this, and then
Yeah. And
we should play it together, and then some of them stick.
So it sounds like you bring songs to Bill, and he never says no.
He's never
Is that
allowed to.
accurate?
I think there's this,
I think that's probably pretty true.
I don't know. No, there's been some that we
been
were
some.
like, that didn't really work. But,
So you get like halfway through a song, and say, well, this isn't really our sound. We can't make it work. But
right. Yeah, there's some of that.
but you're always willing to give it a try. One of you all brings a song and say, hey, let's cover this, and you
Right.
take a crack at it.
Yeah. There was one that I recently did. It's going to be, we're going to play it a little later on the DJ part of this that I played for Grace, and I was kind of hoping that we might try to do it together, but it's a little dark.
Ooh, dark.
That time of year.
And we weren't ready for it. We
Well-
just wanted something a little up.
And then there have been songs like the Oklahoma song that we sang
Yeah.
earlier, where when he said we should sing it, I was like, this is the cheesiest song ever, Bill. Like,
That's
no.
true. That's true.
But then, like, years and years of, like, just doing it, and it's like, this is actually a good song.
Yeah.
Okay, I like this song.
Well, it's good to mix in cheesy songs here and there because they're easy, they're palate cleansers, and they
Right.
get people engaged.
Clearly, we don't do very much that's cheesy.
Oh, totally not.
Right.
This next one's not a bit cheesy.
No. Well, and this next song, the first few times we played it together, it was like just a little bit, like just slightly embarrassing to play it together.
Yes.
All right, I'll zoom in on the camera for this one.
Yeah.
Not embarrassing to me. I'll put it that way. So,
Well, now we have to play it.
now we should play it. She don't like her eggs all runny. Think crossing her legs is funny. She looks down her nose at money. She gets it on like an Easter bunny. She's my baby and I'm her honey. Never gonna let her go.
He ain't got laid in a month of Sundays. Caught him once and he was sniffing my undies. He ain't too sharp, but he gets things done. Drinks his beer like it's oxygen. He's my baby and I'm his honey. Never gonna let him go. In spite of ourselves, we'll end up sitting on a rainbow. Against all odds, honey, we're the big door bride. We're gonna spite our noses right off of our faces. There won't be nothing but big old hearts dancing in our eyes.
Well, she thinks all of my jokes are corny. Convict movies make her horny. She likes ketchup on her scrambled eggs. Swears like a sailor when she shaves her legs. She takes a lick and she keeps on ticking. Never gonna let her go.
He's got more balls than a big brass monkey. He's a whacked out weirdo and a love bug junkie. Sly as a fox, crazy as a loon. When payday comes, he's a howling at the moon. He's my baby, and I don't mean maybe. Never gonna let him go. In spite of ourselves, we'll end up sitting on a rainbow. Against all odds, honey, we're the big door prize. We're gonna spite our noses right off of our faces. There won't be nothing but big old hearts dancing in our eyes. There won't be nothing but big old hearts dancing in our eyes.
In spite of ourselves.
And yeah, that is a super cheesy song, but it's tongue-in-cheek cheesy, so it's appropriate.
And it mentions like big brass balls and
putting ketchup on your scrambled eggs, which is an appropriate thing to do until you discover that salsa is better.
Oh, yes. I like a song with some rhymes, and that song
It's got some.
got a lot of rhymes. Some people turn their nose up at us and, can't have rhymes in your song. I think more rhymes the better.
Absolutely.
You proved right there.
what is a song without rhymes?
What are scrambled eggs without salsa?
Right?
Yeah.
Sad. Sad is what it is.
This
Guys?
is a dark song. Speaking of dark songs.
You know, I never knew what this song was about until recently. I was actually looking at the lyrics when we were doing it. I never really knew.
What a novel idea.
Well, no, it never dawned on me what it's about. I just thought it was a cool sounding thing, and then I went, oh.
Well, why don't you play it, and then we'll see if we can figure out, or have the callers and the listeners figure out what this song is about.
Well, someone just figured out that Jody's here. Kent says, hey.
Oh, all right.
I got an old V8 from the year I was born. Don't look like much, it's just a flat black Ford, but the engine's clean. I could paint it someday, but most of the time I like her this way. Don't turn no heads, don't catch no eye. It's just a wind on the road, it's gonna pass you by. Well, I used to talk tough, I used to get loud, wanna paint my name all over this town. Folks lined up just to dog my day, but if I stay quiet, they stay out of my way. Don't turn no heads, don't catch no eye. It's just a wind on the road, it's gonna pass you by. I got a brand new plan, I'm gonna help myself. It's the fat man's turn, he's gonna share the wealth. Put the money in the bag, keep your hands inside. Turn around and count to 10, I'll go back into the night. Don't call for help, don't scream, don't cry. It's just a wind on the road, it's gonna pass you by. I got an old V8 from the year I was born. Don't look like much, it's just a flat black Ford. Ooh. Ooh.
Yes, ma'am. That was a good one. Bill, Grace, Jody, live here in the studio. You guys need like a band name. It's a whole lot easier to say with the Fantasticos here in the studio. There goes our Hillsborough train.
Chiclets.
Ah, the Chiclets.
I'm feeling very chicky, but I hear you.
We're just going to sit here in silence and listen to you guys tune up and get ready to play another song because, boy,
Listen.
howdy, it is sounding good in here tonight.
Listen to that train whistle go
Train
by.
sounds good.
matching this show beautifully.
Yep, and often in the summertime we'll have that window open and the train will go by, and it often mixes right in with the music.
Train only goes by when we have acts that the railroad really loves.
This is true.
So we don't hear that every Friday.
Well, I think the engineers are listening to the show, and they're blowing the whistle
Yep, they've got
when they hear
Wi-Fi
something they
now.
like. Yep.
Once I proposed a song name or a band name called Mustache Bill and the Moneymakers. But that's when you only had a mustache.
Yeah.
And when you're making some money.
It could be Bearded Bill and the Moneymakers.
Bearded Bill and the
Ain't making no
Vagrants.
money.
Bearded Bill and the Vagrants.
Now, we do have a photograph that we could put on the album once we do an album that we played down at Radius one time, and somebody gave us a $2 bill, and we both were celebrating. The photograph.
Now that's a real tip right there.
Oh, boy.
We got time for maybe 2 songs if you just jump right in.
Okay.
Or you can just do one long one if you want to do one long. It's your show. You do whatever the heck
We'll
you
see
want.
what happens.
Yeah.
This,
See what
this could go
happens.
long.
All right.
We can stretch this
Sure.
sucker out.
Oh, yeah.
You'll like this one.
This is a Rod Picott song. And not too many people know Rod Picott, but ran into him about 10 years ago, I guess it is now. He opened for John McCutcheon or somebody down at the Cradle or the Art Center, and everybody loved Rod Picott and was so about the main liner, the headliner. Anyway. Goodbye, Ma. Goodbye, Pa. I never knew I'd go this far. My body's shaking, my hands are slow, trouble in my veins, you know. Goodbye, baby. Goodbye for now. Hope I see you again somehow. Cross your fingers, I'll cross my bones, sinking like a throwing stone. Cross your fingers, across my bones, sinking like a throwing stone. Goodbye, brother, sister too. Though you really never knew. One more goodbye, and I'll be gone now that all my doing is done.
Well, dear listener, you have been listening to Grace and Bill and Jody for a fantastic hour of live music, and we're getting ready to wind it up here. But don't go away. We've got another half hour coming up where these guys get to be celebrity guest radio hosts, and they're going to play music of whatever it is they chose, and they'll tell you why they chose it. So we're going to, I can't talk anymore. We're going to end the live stream here, but you guys have to.
Bye. Thanks for showing up.
Bye, everybody.
Good job.
Thanks.
You live stream folks, you don't have to go away. You can catch us on WHUPFM.org. If you're here in Hillsboro at FM 104.7, you can catch us on the TuneIn app. We're just everywhere. But right now, we're not live streaming. Well, as soon as I can find the right button.